PS5 Pro after 6 months. Is it really worth buying? The PS5 Pro has now been out for 6 months. Hundreds of hours of gameplay, dozens of Pro-enhanced titles, and plenty of time for the hype to settle. This is not a first impressions video. This is a long-term review. Because let's be real, this isn't a cheap console. And while Sony promised better performance, better visuals, and next-gen upgrades, the real question is simple. Do you actually need a PS5 Pro? Or is the standard PS5 still a better buy? Today, we're breaking it all down. How the PS5 Pro compares to the standard PS5, what Pro-enhanced games actually look like, what works, what doesn't, and ultimately, whether it's worth your money. Let's get into it. What Sony promised with the PS5 Pro. When Sony first announced the PS5 Pro, they highlighted a few key upgrades. 1 TB of internal storage, up from 1 TB, a custom GPU with roughly 67% more power, advanced ray tracing capabilities, and PSSR, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. On paper, that all sounds fantastic, but specs don't really matter if they don't translate into real-world gaming improvements. So after 6 months of daily use, have these upgrades made meaningful difference? Short answer, sometimes. And that's where things get interesting. How PS5 Pro enhanced games actually work. First, it's important to understand how Pro enhancements are applied. Only games labeled PS5 Pro-enhanced take advantage of the extra hardware. These titles show a small icon in the PlayStation Store. But here's the issue. Sony doesn't clearly tell you what's enhanced. Unless the developer explains it themselves, you're left guessing, is it higher resolution, better ray tracing, higher frame rates, or just a slightly sharper image? In most cases, Pro enhancements come in the form of a new Pro mode, an extra visual option, or a subtle performance improvement. And this inconsistency is one of the PS5 Pro's biggest problems. PSSR, the real star of the PS5 Pro. If there's one feature that truly defines the PS5 Pro, it's PSSR. PSSR allows games to hit higher resolutions while maintaining smoother frame rates. In practice, that means 4K at 60 frames per second, and in some cases, 4K at 120 frames per second, paired with VRR and HDR. When implemented properly, the results are genuinely impressive. But here's the key phrase, when implemented properly. Not every developer uses PSSR effectively, and that leads to a wildly different result from game to game. Let's talk about the price. This is where the PS5 Pro becomes a tough sell. At $700 or £700, it's roughly $270 more than the PS5 Digital Edition, or £250 more in the UK. That's a significant jump. The PS5 Pro is clearly aimed at enthusiasts, visual purists, and players who chase resolution, frame rate, and image clarity. If you enjoy tweaking display settings and obsessing over performance modes, you're the target audience. But for everyone else, that price immediately raises questions. Your display matters more than ever. Here's something that needs to be said clearly. The PS5 Pro is wasted without the right screen. If you don't have a 4K display, 120Hz support, VRR, or ideally an OLED panel, you will not see the full benefits of this console. Buying a PS5 Pro and pairing it with a basic 1080p or 60Hz display makes very little sense. The console shines only when the display can keep up. Pro-enhanced games. The good, the bad, and the amazing. At launch, Sony listed over 50 Pro-enhanced games, and that number has continued to grow. Nearly every major release since then has included Pro support. But here's the truth. Some games look noticeably better, some show very minor improvements, and few feel almost identical to the base PS5. Let's talk about the highlights. Games that truly shine on PS5. Assassin's Creed Shadow is a standout. Even on the base PS5, it's a gorgeous open-world game. But with PSSR enabled on the Pro, the difference becomes obvious. Sharper image quality, better shadows, improved reflections through ray tracing, and all while targeting 60 frames per second. It looks incredible. Gran Turismo 7 also benefits nicely. With PSSR, ray tracing, and even 8K output support, it's one of the most technically impressive racing games on console, though the jump isn't night and day. Still, it's a cleaner, more refined experience overall. But the best looking game on PS5 Pro right now? Stellar Blade. With the recent updates, this game absolutely showcases what the Pro can do. The reflections, the lighting, and the detail density are outstanding. If you want a game that demonstrates the Pro's full potential, this is it. PlayStation exclusives see consistent gains. Across the board, PlayStation exclusives benefit the most from the PS5 Pro. Horizon Forbidden West gains sharper visuals, better foliage detail, and improved reflections. The Last of Us Part 2 hits 4K at 60 frames per second using PSSR. Spider-Man 2 runs at a higher resolution while maintaining performance. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looks noticeably cleaner. These improvements aren't revolutionary, but they're consistently better. Xbox games, looking better on Pro? One of the more surprising outcomes have been third-party and Xbox titles. Forza Horizon 5, for example, shows improved ray tracing and image quality on PS5 Pro compared to the Xbox Series X. In performance mode, PSSR allows it to match quality mode visuals, which is a big deal. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle also benefits, offering a more stable 60 frames per second at 4K compared to the base PS5's 1440p output. In some cases, the PS5 Pro genuinely becomes the best console version available. Quick pause. If you're finding this breakdown helpful and want more honest tech reviews, performance comparisons, and gaming deep dives, make sure you subscribe to the Tech Bowl. A lot of viewers watch without subscribing, and hitting that button really helps us keep bringing you content like this. Alright, back to it. Looking ahead, future-proofing the PS5 Pro. The real value of the PS5 Pro might not be what it does today, but what it will do tomorrow. Upcoming titles like Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Mafia: The Old Country, 007 First Light, and eventually GTA 6 all have potential to fully leverage the Pro's hardware. If any game is going to separate the Pro from the base PS5, it's GTA 6. And when that happens, don't be surprised if PS5 Pro sales spike dramatically. Storage, a quiet but useful upgrade. The jump from 2 terabytes of internal storage is more useful than it sounds. With modern games regularly exceeding 100 gigabytes, that extra terabyte goes fast, but it's still a welcome addition. When you factor in the expansion costs, the price difference between the Pro and the standard PS5 narrows slightly. Design and hardware trade-offs. Visually, the PS5 looks fine, slightly more aggressive thanks to its size and ventilation design. However, there are some frustrations. No official console covers yet, no disk drive included. If you use physical games, you will need to spend another $70–80 on a disk drive, which feels disappointing for a Pro console. So, is the PS5 Pro worth buying? For about 90% of players, the answer is simple. The standard PS5 is still the best value. It plays the same games, it delivers a great experience, and you're not missing out on anything essential. But if you own a high-end 4K or OLED display, care deeply about image quality and performance, want the best console version possible, and don't mind paying extra, then yes, the PS5 Pro is worth it. It's not necessary, but it is impressive. What Sony needs to improve. There are a few changes Sony needs to make. Number 1, clear Pro enhancement details on the PlayStation Store. 2, more Pro-specific customization options. 3, official console covers. And 4, better communication about what players are actually getting. These changes would significantly improve the overall experience. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think the PS5 Pro is worth the upgrade, or is the standard PS5 more than enough? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like if this helped you decide, and make sure you subscribe to the Tech Bowl for more honest reviews and tech breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.